Hi,
Hello, how you doing?
hi,
Good.
fine. How
So
everything?
thanks for connecting. I loved your movie. I thought it was so beautiful to watch, and was just interested in what was the inspiration for the film and how it came about.
About? Okay. Uh, in the beginning, I was looking for a different story about other people and other nationalities lives in Egypt, like refugees, like Sudanese, Indonesians. Then I met Muhammad Ali Mansour, the co-writer in my film, and I found this story among his work. Then we work together on this project, and we develop the story. So I want to talk about this people, to reveal what is Egyptian society is experiencing right now, where anger and violence and bullying has increased, especially in the post-revolution society. Uh, yeah.
There was such a juxtaposition between the religious and with Halima, and then the girls at the party, and the drinking and the smoking and so you had these two different cultures. It was very
Yeah.
interesting how they, and then through Ward's eyes, you just seeing it. So like, she was the little girl. How did you find her? She was amazing.
About the culture, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. About the culture part, I think there's something missing in it, but the Egyptian culture and the Sudanese are very similar when it comes to religion. So Halima wasn't so indifferent about what's happening. It's just she was outside, so this is why she was veiled, and so was Ward. However, all of these girls and women, they are in party, so this is why they seem to be a bit comfortable about themselves. But once they go outside of the house, this is when they get like Halima, and they are veiled and all religious. So they are not so different from each other. However, there are other differences between the cultures, but not in this part.
Mm-hmm. So in the house, they're much more free, and the sort of Western influences are maybe more apparent, like when she was saying that the hotel, and like the way that she wanted to dye her hair. But when they go out in public, like they're still following more traditional roles.
Of course they are. They come from a very different class where they have to be veiled and covered and all this stuff. And I think this is appearing in the mother.
Mm-hmm.
She's veiled because she goes out and comes inside, and she does all of this. She's still veiled.
Mm-hmm. And the little girl, how did you cast her? How did you find her?
هي يعني عايز اقول ان هي بنتها الحقيقيه اصلا.
Ward is the real daughter for Halima.
Oh, she's
her actual daughter.
Yeah,
oh,
real daughter for
oh.
Halima. Yeah,
yes. Well, Morad wanted to mix a little bit the documentary with the narrative, so he's looking for people who for a Sudanese woman who is actually a henna
real people. Yeah.
Oh, so that's so they're okay. So they're not actors, Halima and Ward.
And real names also.
No, they are not actors.
Yeah, not actors.
Oh wow, they were both amazing. So amazing. Now, was the girl who was getting her hand painted, was she an actor, or was that somebody?
Basma?
But
yes, she is an actress.
And
but not a professional one. She's just in the beginning of her career, as most of the people in the film. However, Basma and Halima and Ward are real people. Halima is a real henna painter.
And she really, oh, okay, but Now,
Yes.
it was interesting when you brought in the film when it was like told that Ward had cancer. Now that you're saying that they're real people, is that true? Was that like that she had?
No, this is mixing between
Okay.
the narrative and the documentary.
Okay, so that right.
So this is
that
the story that is wrote.
Yeah.
However, the characters are this is the real character, but the cancer is a part of the story.
Yeah.
And why did you want to introduce that into the film?
Well, first of all, the Ward's issue with the cancer. This is to emphasize the conflict that happened at the end of the film. Is Halima lying or not? Because there is a possibility that she's lying and that this herb is not a real thing. Okay? So this might explain why she's lying if you think she is lying.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a part of it. She needs the money for Ward to cure her and all this stuff, and also to emphasize the part of the poverty and ignorance and all of this in the society, which is similar between the Sudanese and the Egyptian also.
Now, the only male in the film is not portrayed very. It was such a female-centric film, and I mean, and actually, you know, and then it's interesting, you know, like the transition during the film from that lighthearted, everybody's drinking, and then in the ending. But like, how did you? I mean, the role of the male in the film. What was your intention? Like, how did that come about? Like, what were you trying to, you know, talk about the role in society, or was it just like within a family, or what was, you know, how did you plan that out? What were your thoughts on that?
Intention?
About the male role in the film.
Yes.
Okay. التنشن بتاع حسن، يعني دور حسن ده جالك ازاي وليه هو عامل كده؟ بتاع الذكورية. حسن بيمثل كل ما هو ذكوري في المجتمع.
بالظبط. يعني عايز اقول كده، طب اعمل ايه؟ انت عارف السؤال، قولي بقى.
Well, Hassan represents the men usually here. Okay, not of course in all the classes, but in this class. So he has no respect for whatever is the privacy of women, and this is how it goes. They didn't do anything wrong. They just are having their party, which is a very private thing. It's a henna party, and they are all women there are comfortable or unveiled or dancing, celebrating a woman. It's like a bachelorette party.
Right.
Where all the attendees are women, and he has no respect for that. And this is not something that is different. He's not doing this because he's bad. He's doing this because this is how he is in a male-dominant society.
Right. No, because that was, yeah. I mean, it was like there was such
repulsive actions.
Yeah.
Repulsive actions.
Yes, and all of these repulsive actions is just all of his how he was brought out to society, that it's a male-dominant one.
Right.
So this is just the way he is.
Yeah. Like being in the bathroom and the doors open.
Right.
Yeah, and his aggression all the time.
And then the ending, because it goes from such a lighthearted, you know, celebration to such a dramatic ending. Like, and again, you know, in a short film, you put so much in there, you know, like in terms of only having so much time, and just the way that it unfolded from, you know, this celebration, and then he brings in the tension and the sort of juxtaposition of the alcohol and the way he treats the mother. And then all of a sudden with the herbs. So tell me about your process, like how you came to, like in the script, to use that to have the, you know, climax.
I wanted to make different structure and to make to change the genre in the climax. In the last part of the film, to turn this happy atmosphere into a fight between the characters.
Right.
With small incident and bigger and bigger and bigger and boom. إيه تاني؟
التنشن اللي انت كنت بانيه في الفيلم من خلال ورد والفوكس على الحاجات بتاعتهم.
طب قول.
Also, there's this part of following Guardia through the film and building up the tension. As like, well, she's doing something, you don't know what's this thing that is happening, but you're following her and you have this anticipation all the time that there is something that's going to happen. So this is how it was planned. So things are started to be
by beer
built
bottle,
up.
By beer bottle.
By the yes, and then it comes with the beer bottle that Hassan puts it inside the house, and then War takes it, and then you sense there is something that's going to happen.
Right.
So yes, so all of this happens. War follows it with her eyes, and then it comes in. She takes it, and it's like a hidden tension through the whole film that turns this house from a happy one into an arena or something like this.
Right. No, I mean it was such a dramatic ending. And you know, you sort of see it unfolding, but then it's sort of like, wow, you know,
yes.
Yeah. And I didn't know, like, if it was, you know, in terms of the different, you know, Egyptian versus Sudanese, if they were saying something about like that.
Egyptian, sorry, what?
If it had anything to do with like you were making any statements in terms of the cultural clash between like immigrants and the Egyptians, or if it was, you know, also brought on by the aggressions of the male, you know, and his bullying. Like earlier on, you mentioned bullying. So like in terms of when you were like writing the screenplay, like to get to that climax, like were you intending to, you know, say something about other things as well?
Well, honestly, it's a bit of all of what you said. It's a bit of bullying, a bit of aggression. It's all about the post-revolutionary society where everything is not easy. It's like you easily get offended, you easily get frustrated, and people are angry, especially the generation that is represented by Hassan and Muna and Basma, not the older one like Halima and Amal and the mother, Basma. So these are not as much as angry as the younger one. So this is how it is. It's we're not pointing fingers anyway, not saying that they are being racist or they are or this is their let's say or they hate immigrants, but they are not well educated to know how to treat them. So he's not aware that whatever he's doing this is harmful. So you get the point? So it's a bit of everything, and it's not pointing fingers, it's just mirroring what's happening in the society for real.
So is this, have you worked together in other movies? Can you hear me okay? Have you worked together? Have you worked together for other movies?
Yeah, as a project.
You mean me and him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what is your, did you study film, or what is your background? How did you get started in filmmaking?
ازاي started في filmmaking?
I am working in the industry since 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Cool.
10 years ago. As an assistant director. Yeah.
Working for 10 years
with
now?
with several directors in Egypt.
And what kind of did you film in a neighborhood that you grew up in, or was the film shot in the area you grew up in, or in Egypt, or?
No, it's not. This is the place that was shot in. It's called Nazlet al-Simman. Nazlet al-Simman is a very known place here in Egypt. It's near the pyramids. And it's in the contrary, that pyramids is a very touristic place. It's like, Egypt pyramids. It's the first thing that comes to your mind whenever you mention Egypt. But Nazlet al-Simman is a very local place that is a bit dangerous, that is near this touristic place. So it's a conflict between the two worlds, the touristic one and the real local one. It's not where he grew up, no.
And is there a lot of conflict between the Sudanese population and, like, it seemed like at first she was welcomed and then there was like this distrust? Is that something that you wanted to explore? Is that something that's going on there that filmmakers are speaking out about, or is it just something that happened in the film?
Well, let me explain something. It's the Sudanese immigrants, their situation is not better than any immigrants in any place in the world, to be honest. Just as the Syrians and maybe Nigerians, like, we have lots of immigrants here in Egypt, or even the Egyptian when they are migrants outside. So it's something, I would say, global. However, in the past last year, exactly, there was a certain incident that happened. A boy that is about 13 or 14 years old was bullied in the streets, and like some boys just started to hit him for no reason, just because because he's Sudanese. So it was something that you want to speak about. It's not a good thing. So I can't say that this is something that happens regularly, but and what happened to Halima just happened in the movie, but still it happens.
And are you working on another project now? Another film now?
Yes, we are.
And there's another short film, or you?
Yeah, another short.
Yes, another short.
Well, I just wanted to say thank you. I really enjoyed the film, and we really look forward to showing it at our film festival. And appreciate you taking the time, and good luck. I want to just wish you good luck. It was a beautiful shot film. We really did enjoy it.
Thank you. I really enjoyed talking to you.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
All right.